Imagine waking up at 3 a.m. Your kid screams, "Mom! Mom! There's a monkey in the yard!" You grab your gun, step outside, and 60 feet away is a 16-pound lab primate staring at you in the dark. Flashes of what you've seen on the news go through your head.
These monkeys could be dangerous.
That monkey might have herpes, COVID, or worse. And then the next thing you know, 2 gunshots ring through the air. The monkey drops dead. Now, I know this sounds like something that you would see out of Planet of the Apes, but no, this actually happened. So what actually went down? Well, it all started back on Tuesday, October 28th at 1:30 p.m. on Interstate 59, mile marker 117, just north of Heidelberg, Mississippi. A 53-foot dry van trailer is going 68 miles per hour, carrying 21 wooden crates stamped live animals. Inside, 21 rhesus macaques headed to Tulane, Louisiana, to a secret lab, when all of a sudden the driver drifts left and clips the cable median, and the whole rig flips over. The roof is peeled open like a tin can, and 8 crates explode across the pavement. 8 monkeys vanish into the pine trees before the first cop arrives. The truck driver climbs out, unhurt, and screams into his phone.
"We got 21 monkeys that was on this. We got 5 of them on the run."
Once the police arrived, the driver began to tell the officers that the monkeys were dangerous. Shortly after, 5 monkeys were executed by police officers. These monkeys were not infectious after all, but were used for research purposes at the Tulane National Biomedical Research Center. 6 days later, the Mississippi Highway Patrol still will not say why the truck left the road. Their exact quote is, "Investigation ongoing." Okay, so here's what we do know for sure. The truck was top heavy. The driver was on a 10 or an 11-hour shift, and this same hauling company rolled 2 other rigs back in 2024. So all in all, 13 monkeys were recaged, 5 were shot on site by deputies in hazmat suits, and 3 vanished into the woods. Now this is the headline that's been all over the news, the Midnight Monkey Shootout. So what actually went down here? So let's head back to the beginning of our story, which starts on Sunday, November 2nd. This is 5 days after the truck incident. A 16-year-old son calls out to his mom, "Mom, hurry! There's something running in the yard!" Jessica, a mother of 5, grabs her phone and a pistol and steps out onto the porch. 60 feet away from her is one of the missing monkeys. Her dog came to investigate what was going on, and as the dog approached the monkey began to act aggressive towards the dog. Thinking about protecting her kids and family, she raised her gun and pulled the trigger. She called the sheriff, and soon wildlife officers bagged the body by sunrise. 2 monkeys are still on the loose today. Okay, so I don't know what I would do in her situation, but if I was in Mississippi and I saw a random monkey literally just on the front door of my house, I honestly probably would have done the same, especially after reading these crazy headlines that were going on at the time. I would have been a little terrified here. But now that I'm thinking about this, why are we even shipping monkeys across the US anyways? And why are they just like in these wooden crates? So this all goes back to that Tulane National Research Center. Specifically, they are a primate research center, and they are one of the only 7 NIH-funded primate centers in America. They house 5,000 rhesus macaques in an outdoor corral. This is built on old Delta Primate Center land. This is the same place where they accidentally had to kill 3 monkeys back in 2015 due to a bio breach. So what do they test? Well, they test COVID vaccines, Lyme disease diagnostics, HIV and SIV drugs, Zika, tuberculosis, even celiac disease triggers. These are very important research animals. And since rhesus monkeys share about 93% DNA with humans, they are approved as guinea pigs for FDA trials. Now, I obviously have mixed feelings about, using animals as test subjects for medical reasons, but there's not really a better substitute at this time, and that is depressing. But hopefully with, advances in technology and AI, that we will be able to test things all virtually without having to involve animals. But I also think we should look at the big picture here. This keeps happening. In South Carolina in 2024, 44 rhesus monkeys walked out of the Alpha Genesis lab after the door wasn't locked. They had tons of federal warnings, prior fines. This wasn't their first rodeo. This clearly has happened before. In Pennsylvania in 2022, a semi crashes on the I-80 with cynomolgus monkeys. One of them escaped and was unaccounted for. Now, I think what's interesting here is the transport rules have not changed. Carriers only need to meet the Animal Welfare Act minimums, which basically say care in transit, which that's not really saying much. Nothing about, oh, don't stack the primates on crates on the back of a flatbed and then accidentally flip it over in the I-59. Also wooden crates, like we couldn't choose steel or something a little bit better. Like you think we're moving around potentially, these monkeys weren't, but you're moving around potentially infectious animals. Seems like there might need to be a little bit better, of a control mechanism there. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Also, we hit 500 subs. Can we get a round of applause? We can finally monetize the channel and we're gonna go big, okay? Big budgets. I'm talking, we're doing animators, we got writers, we got editors. Okay, I'm just kidding. It's just gonna be me for a while. So we're gonna have to thug it out. But one day, we're gonna build this media empire and it's gonna be great, okay? So stick around. Good things coming. I have the vision. The vision is set. Okay, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.